1.
Can we just cast this game like we're talking like Protoss is in StarCraft 2? Who, by the way, are apparently bilingual because they both speak Protoss to you and English.
True.
Think about that.
Well, Protoss don't have mouths, Tasteless. They speak into your mind, so you hear whatever is most comfortable for you.
So is that why they have that funny accent?
Does that mean if they try to talk to a Zergling, they're actually talking to the Overmind?
This is actually a very interesting point. I once I read on some site, I can't remember what it was, but somebody said that the Protoss might be related to plants.
Oh, because they get their energy from the sun.
From the sun, right? So
what about
then,
the Dark Templar?
Why don't the fire bats do more damage to them if they're plants? Oh wow, I serious nerd speak here.
Yeah, man. You gotta stop.
Wow, I'm just out of control.
All right, this is the PokerStrategy.com Team Liquid Star League. The map is outside of the match. JF versus Sen. Third, fourth place match. Winner walks away with a cool 2.5 grand. The loser with
an uncool,
totally uncool, jobberish $1,000. What can you buy with that? Almost nothing.
Special thanks to DJ Wheat for teaching us the word jobber.
Yeah,
can't get that one out of my dialect.
We have JF as the brown Protoss in the top right, Sen as the white Zerg at 9 o'clock, and the map Outsider SC. Man, I like this map a lot, and we are going to see that JF already scouting Sen, and Sen, his overlord, on the way to JF's base.
One thing I got to say about this map is that I think this map really shows us how much of a bright future map making has, not just with StarCraft 1, but with StarCraft 2 as well.
This drone, hold on 1 second here. 2 hit points left on this drone. Can JF get it?
Oh, he's going to snipe it. A little bit of micro here early on in the map.
Probes will not be denied, Tasteless.
They have teeth that are longer than their bodies.
They have electronic teeth, man.
They look, yeah. Super veneers. They can definitely snipe these drones. Wow, this is actually a very odd situation we're seeing here, where the drone is actually on the run.
He is life, Tasteless.
Look out, drone. This is actually a very odd beginning for a Protoss versus Zerg on this map.
Look at this. They're just like dancing
together. There's some hotter spots on those lava rocks you can't step on.
This reminds me of trout mating. All right, because it's like this dance of death. They're gonna mate, and then the drone is just gonna die.
Well, having personal experience of mating with trouts, I can definitely agree with you. Drone actually still on the run here. I can't. That was a very unusual example. I really. I guess.
Oh, and it goes down finally. JF's hard work has paid off, and he has a lot of minerals. Look at this. Sen's Overlord might die to cannons.
Oh my God.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
This game is a disaster right now.
Sen
for sure.
right now, man. He has to be just shaking his head, tears in his eyes. He's like, oh no, this is
really
this is bad, man.
This is really
0-3
bad.
to Mondragon, and now I've lost a drone, and while trying to save it, I've lost an Overlord to cannons. Jeff right now, he is just giggling. He is actually playing in Windows mode.
He's already buying stocks right now.
Yeah, man. No, screw stocks, man. You gotta waste money like this. This is total waste money, okay? He is right now. He is on some expensive site. You know those catalogs they give you on airplanes?
Oh, like, yeah, where it's like, can I buy a special car for my dog and stuff like that?
Yeah, he's looking through that right now. He's like...
Actually, I was once on an airplane and I saw this thing you could buy for your wooden fence, which was a window for your dog to look through your wooden fence in your backyard. Wow. He can buy his dog one of those now.
I don't think Jeff has a dog, but you know what?
Well, he can buy a really expensive one.
Yeah, you can, man. He can get a purebred... Puppy Mill 101. One of those things, man.
You might as well buy
perfect
a Chinese panda from Chengdu.
Yeah.
Buy his own panda bear guy because he's going to have a lot of money. And at this rate, it's not looking like we're going to see Sen recover. But look, anything can happen. JF bounced back in those other 2 games. Let's not be too hard on Sen. Sen is a very capable player, but he is having a bad run here.
Yeah, JF is just pounding him, man. What else can be said about it? We see that Senny's made a decent amount of Zerglings here. Can't do anything with them. JF has a very nice building placement here. 1 pro blocking. And that, I think, is going to be enough because we do not see speed upgrading for Sen quite yet. But Sen, you know, he's going 3 base. And look at this! This is a Tasteless move right here.
He must be making cannons. Oh,
wow.
You learned from the best. He's going to cannon rush the back of this expansion. And the hatchery finishes right now. He can't cancel this. He has to deal with this attack here. And it's very hard to sunken push cannons because of this awkward angling with the range AI for Sunkens versus
Those,
Cannons.
those are dead, man. I mean, there's not even drones down here to make a Sunken with. Sen cannot be happy with this. It looks to me definitely like he's going to lose his hatchery. Yeah, he's not even going to try to save. He just sends the drone away.
Oh, this is just getting worse and worse and worse.
I think we're going to see like a 2 hatchery all in. Maybe a mute all in or something from Sen. I think that he's like, oh man, he's just resigning to his fate here. Yeah, it looks like he's getting ready to take his gas at his natural. There we go. The drone gonna go ahead and gas up at that natural base. The probe even seeing that occur, sees a lair.
He has to all in.
He is getting a 3rd hatch. I mean, I think just maybe for the larva.
He has the money to do it.
Because he's already so far behind, losing a drone, losing an overlord, losing a hatchery. What is after that? Losing a hive or something? I don't know, man.
I don't know what else to say.
Maybe losing an army.
When we're talking about this, by the way, guys, if you're not as experienced with competitive StarCraft, we don't want to make Sen look like some buffoon here who's just making these clumsy mistakes. Everybody's had this moment where everything kind of gets out of control all of a sudden. You lose that first drone. You're so concentrated on losing that drone. You know the whole world's watching. Meanwhile, suddenly that overlord's getting sniped. That messes up your building timing. Then you're having to freestyle it, and all of a sudden you're in this awkward position. And let me tell you, this cannon rush at his expansion here, that is really
brilliance.
It's brilliant, but it's also going to be just another thing in the way of Sen getting his mind back in this game.
And you know it's going to be even harder because guess what? He knows everyone in the world is going to watch this match. You know, it's like people down the street that don't even know who Sen is are going to watch this match because this is the PokerStrategy.com Team Liquid Star League, the greatest tournament in the world, and there's got to be a lot of pressure. Man, he's already down 0-2. 3rd game, it starts out like this. How do you come back mentally? If anyone can, it's Sen. Because if he was a Pokemon, he'd be a Psychic-type Pokemon, baseless.
He'd be a Sen type.
Oh.
No, Sen, very old-school player. He's certainly capable of coming back from anything. Of course, Sen also in a difficult position because he had to send his 2nd Overlord into the Protoss's base to get some intel.
He had to send...
He had to send it. He doesn't even send stuff. He just sends it.
Yeah, man, it's quicker that way. You don't have to say the D.
I know. It saves me bumping my tongue on the roof of my mouth.
Yeah. Who wants to do that? It doesn't taste any good.
It doesn't. You can trust me, I'm tasteless.
Oh.
Zing! Wow, that was not even planned. Sen is not in a good position though. Frankly, he already lost that 2nd Overlord. He had to send it out there to get some idea of what's going on. But right now, JF is just teching very comfortably. He's not doing anything radical. I think he knows that in this theory, I mean, theoretically, in this position, there's not a lot he can lose to. By the way, Muta's coming out now.
Yep. Here is that 2-base all-in we were talking about.
We don't see cannons, actually, in the main base.
We see mostly Corsairs being made right now for JF. He's got some as natural. He's got to be careful with them, though. He can't be losing them. And one of them gets sniped off by Sen. And actually, it looks like this all-in here by Sen may actually end up working. JF taking a lot of damage so far. These cannons going to be erased, and the probes along with them. These Corsairs, I don't think any amount of micros are going to be able to save them.
Oh my god, I can't believe this. He should have had cannons in his main, but he did go 3-gate. It didn't look that abnormal until we saw the Mutalisks coming out here.
He's countering with a few Zealots
this
here
is
at
a
the
smart
natural.
move here. Smart move by JF here. He wants to draw the Mutas back into the base, but actually Sen may be more than prepared for that. You can see Mutas trying to pull out.
In the meantime,
Corsairs
getting free shots on the Mutas, and the Mutas finally do see them after he cleans up at home. So it looks like Sen is going to be able to take this game. Really a nice move by Sen. I thought for sure with that opening he wasn't going to be able to take it, but he is very far ahead right now, folks.
Damn, nice Archon kill too. I can't believe this. Sen actually recovering from the situation. It's not entirely over yet. Don't forget how behind Sen was early on, but if he gets the Nexus, there's really not a lot JF can do in this kind of seesaw battle that we've been seeing here. No game has been textbook so far. We do see a little bit of Corsair micro here. He just wants to buy time and keep that Nexus alive.
That's right. He also has a couple of high Templars popping out. He could just possibly make those into an Archon, you know. These Mutas are getting low enough on health where the Corsairs may be able to chase him away eventually. And getting an Archon up is going to give him a lot of stability in that main base, which he needs very badly right now. But Sen, he's reinforcing with more and more Mutalisks. It's definitely completely all in, not even making drones at this point, just has Lings and Mutas being made.
DT going into this expansion. Let's see if he can do any damage here. No, he has to back off for a second. He realizes it's closed. in there. We see Mutas now going into the main base, going for this
so
cannon.
many Mutas, man. This is not going to be holdable. But he suicides 3 of them into the natural. That is a very sloppy move by Sen. He's got to keep on track.
Someone give those Mutas antidepressants here. We see the Archon now moving up, and the Nexus goes down. It doesn't really matter anymore. The Mutalisks have done their job.
Yeah, man.
And now they can retire and live
they can
somewhere
go off
in Florida,
to the Mutalisk farm, man.
buy their white
That's
tennis shoes, and
they can go back to Char and float over a volcano and.
You know, they never land. Apparently, Mutalisks can't perch. So, it's not like a parakeet, but you just teach them.
That must be so tiring.
You can't teach them to land on your finger. Wouldn't that be cool if a Mutalisk could just land on your finger like a big parrot?
They're shaped in such a way that they could drape themselves if they were really comfortable with you. Like, if you were the Mutalisk Whisperer, they might, you know...
I know. You could hang your wet towel on him and just let it dry.
Yeah.
You don't need a clothes rack at all.
Well, we see now Sen, he is droning up. He's like, all right, it is time to switch over to normal play from here. And it looks like a lot of Mutas being shredded at this point. JF, he is now safe from Mutas, rebuilding that Nexus in his main base. But he is so low on supply. He is at 58. Sen only at 66, but that's fine because his economy is quite good. He's got enough hatcheries to redrone, as we see. He is redroning up at that new third base, that mineral only. And it looks like he just wants to do whatever damage he can get done with these Mutas. But JF looks like he's going to stay on the Corsair route. Loses a Corsair right there. And another one going down. So good moves here by Sen. He wants to keep those numbers down so that JF does not gain map dominance.
You know what? JF is actually getting a lot of Corsairs here. He could switch back into taking out a lot of Overlords if Sen doesn't control these Mutalisks and Scourge perfectly. But again, Sen has such a huge advantage here. I'm really questioning how much it's going to take for him to lose this at this point in time. Remember, he did take out his opponent's Nexus. But you know what? Out of all the games that I think you and I have casted here at the TSL, this has got to be the most back and forth, surprise-prone series we've seen.
But a lot of Mutas over here. Scourge flanking, and JF going to lose every Corsair. Goodbye, Corsairs, JF says. Corsairs say goodbye, JF, and they die.
Buy that Corsair Hallmark card. There's nothing left for him in this game. As you can see, all that JF can do is try to defend and squeeze out expansions, but every time he's trying to be aggressive, he's going to give up defense. Another expansion over here at the bottom right here for JF. For JF2 over here.
Oh, JF also expanding towards the bottom right. But it doesn't matter because he's going to lose his main Nexus again. It looks like only an Archon coming up. One Archon, no match for good Mutalisk Micro nowadays. Oh, how the world has changed, Tasteless. Oh, how it has changed.
TSL. This has been a pretty awesome tournament, guys. We see more Mutalisk action over here. Archon under some fire here. Could be picked off. This would be huge.
Oh, gets that Archon. That is so much gas for JF, man. And he is going to be so gaslight. He's been mining off one gas for just so long.
Right when those Templars signed the prenup, their marriage was ended. And they are going to be unable to be effective in this game. By the way, Hydralisks are out now, so finally Sen is teched up to the ground force, which complements the Mutalisk balance here.
Switching the tech, it's a smart move. He's got Hydralisk speed already, range in the making. And this may just straight up bust JF. He's only got 2 cannons, a third one being made at his front. Just a handful of Zealots. He does have a High Templar, but does he have Psystorm? I severely doubt it. Yeah, it has just started. Not in time. I think that he is actually going to get busted. Look at this, a ton more Hydras coming up. It was smart of Sen to power back into drones, and this is why he has enough units to just kill JF straight up here. And it looks like we're going to go on to game 4, Tasis.
Right now, this is no longer the TSL for JF. This is the TSL.
This isn't the TSL for JF. This is the TTSL.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
We are so mildly clever.
Yeah, we are so mildly.
GG.
Extremely mild.
Extremely mild. Great game there. Actually, what an incredible bounce back that was. Guys, let's go on to game number 4 here. I don't know what else to say.
The map.
Really action-packed series here. Yeah, let's talk about Neo Tornado. Tell us about it, Artosis.
Well, Neo Tornado, this is a newer map that no one has gotten as much practice on because, you know, it's not encouraged, so you can't play it on Icy Cup against the good Korean players. And that dictates a lot of what the foreigner scene gets to play and practice on the most. We played a lot on Fighting Spirit, a lot on Destination, a lot on Outsider, because those maps all rotated through the Korean Courage Tournament lineup. but this map did not. So the play we're seeing here is strongly based off VODs that people have seen of pro gamers playing on this map.
This is very true. This is, as you said, not a map people have basically been able to practice on, the TSL members, unless they've been doing some stuff behind the scenes. But of course, with StarCraft 2 out, that's going to be pretty tough to do as well. But I think it's a great map, and I think we should see a pretty solid game on it. It's not a map that's so weird that we can't expect a GG. It's not like it's Outsider, and it's brand new, so it really forces a different play style. I think Neo Tornado, very standard map, not perfectly standard, but it does allow for a good game.
I think we're going to see an interesting game here, and it feels like, Sen, despite getting so far behind early, it was like a reverse of the other games, man. It felt like he was ahead in the first 2 games and lost. Then he was ridiculously behind in that 3rd game, did a smart all-in, good timing, hit JF over the head like a whack-a-mole, and JF is back underground. He's going to pop up on Neo Tornado. Will Sen be able to hit him down again?
Yeah, actually, it's a very good metaphor, the whack-a-mole, because that is kind of what JF's been doing this whole game, is bouncing around, and it's kind of unpredictable watching him play. Look, I have nothing else to say. Shall we start this game?
Let's go, Tasteless.
This is the TSL